Good morning and welcome to Developing Stories. My name is Remy Allen. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Judge Akume, says Nigeria under President Bola Tinubu is undergoing bold reforms designed for not for temporary relief but for lasting transformation. Speaking at an interdenominational church service held in Abuja to mark Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary, Senator Akume urged Nigerians to support the government's ongoing efforts to drive national development. He said the sacrifices citizens are making today are paving the way for economic renewal, stronger institutions, and improvements across key sectors, including food security, energy, healthcare, education, job creation, and infrastructure. He acknowledged that the challenges facing the country are deep rooted, but stressed that the administration is determined to confront them head on. Delivering the sermon, Bishop Wale Oke called for greater unity among Nigerians, noting that the country would become a global force if its citizens work together and with their leaders. In a related development, Ondo State government has urged citizens to renew their hope, assuring that more dividends of democracy will be delivered for the benefit of the people. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa gave the assurance while addressing worshippers at the 65th Independence Anniversary Thanksgiving service held at the Chapel of Annunciation, Archbishop Viney College of Theology, Akure. Government House correspondent Zimo Ebeme completes the story as presented from our studio.
Nigeria at 65 are milestones that reflect the resilience, unity, and determination of our people who have weathered challenges yet remain committed to building a stronger nation. The Independence Anniversary Thanksgiving service in Akure was therefore more than a ritual. It was a time to reflect on the country's journey so far and to offer gratitude to God for sustaining the nation. The chapel was filled with dignitaries, leaders, and citizens from all walks of life who gathered to celebrate the historic day. Addressing the congregation, Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa expressed gratitude to God and reassured the people that his administration would not relent in creating an enabling environment for progress and development.
If not for God, there would not have been any entity called Nigeria because of all that we have gone through. God has kept us through 30 months of civil war, ethnic and religious conflicts, economic turbulence, health crisis, COVID-19, and so on, and other many travails that we have passed through as a nation. For this, and many others that are not mentioned, individual challenges and crises, and here we are live to witness this day. We owe Him, our God. The government of service, accountability, and progress. For the last 7 months, much has been achieved, yet I stand before you to humbly say that we are only just beginning.
The governor also reaffirmed support for religious bodies in promoting peace and moral values, while pledging to pursue policies that bring the needed development to the state.
Today, we must not only celebrate independence, but rededicate ourselves to the values of love, faith, justice, unity, and service to our nation. I really appreciate the role of the church in sustaining peace, unity, and moral direction in our land.
In his sermon, the Bishop of Ijesha Northeast, Right Reverend Folusho Olushola, reminded Nigerians of the need to put God first in their personal and collective journeys, noting that only through divine guidance can the nation fulfill its destiny.
There must be a national moral rebirth. So number one, the spiritual renewal. The new thing must begin with repentance and for
service culminated in a joyous Thanksgiving and on the 65 years of Nigerian independence, a symbolic reminder that despite the hurdles, the nation's hope and faith remain unbroken.
The Trade Union Congress of Nigeria (TUC) has demanded the immediate and unconditional reinstatement of workers allegedly sacked by the management of Dangote Petroleum Refinery. The workers were allegedly sacked for joining the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria (PENGASSAN). TUC Secretary General Nuhu Toro, who made the call, described the refinery's action anti-worker and unconstitutional. He said TUC stood in full solidarity with PENGASSAN and the affected workers, warning that affiliates had been placed on red alert pending further directives. Toro said the dismissal of workers simply for exercising their constitutional right to freedom of association is a gross violation of Section 40 of the Nigerian Constitution and Nigeria's obligations under ILO conventions. Meanwhile, Chief Executive of Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, Gbenga Komolafe, has urged Dangote Petroleum Refinery and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, to resolve their dispute through dialogue, warning against actions that could disrupt the nation's energy supply. Komolafe also appealed to Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers to join in finding common ground with Dangote Refinery, stressing that industrial disagreements should not be allowed to threaten national energy stability. The disputes arose following the dismissal of some workers at Dangote Refinery, which PENGASSAN described unfair and unacceptable. The union accused the refinery of violating labor rights and threatened industrial action if the matter is not resolved, but Dangote Refinery insists its employment and disciplinary procedures comply with international best practices. Concerns have mounted over possible disruptions at the refinery, which is central to Nigeria's push for self-sufficiency in refined petroleum products. The Lagos state government has arrested 5 individuals and sealed an illegally constructed waterfront building in Lekki as part of a broader clampdown on unauthorized activities along the lagoon.